Hello everyone, my name is Doomfish, and today's video is all about this guy, the Piglin Brute. And this is a mob that is introduced in the 1.16.2 version of the game, and currently we are playing on the latest snapshot that has been introduced, and that means that these guys are not yet in the game, but as soon as 1.16.2 comes out, this guy will be released. So let's just go over sort of what this guy is all about. So the Piglin Brute is a mob that only spawns within the Nether bastion, and once they die, they do not respawn. There's a set number of them per each bastion, and they're fairly uncommon. Now, they're always going to be hostile, unlike Piglins, who are passive if you meet certain conditions, like if you wear gold armor, or if you are not opening any of the chests nearby. These guys are just going to be angry at you all the time. They have 50 hit points of health, which equates to 25 hearts of player damage. So, as we can see, Netherite Axe does 10 attack damage per swing. And if we don't crit him, it should take 5 swings. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. He's dead. Just spawn in another one because we can. And there we go. So these guys are pretty intimidating with their health pool, but their damage is even more intimidating. So as of this snapshot, in the Java edition of Minecraft, these guys will deal 7 hits of damage in easy mode, 13 in normal, and 19 in hard. So in hard mode, this is 9.5 of your player hearts if you're not wearing any armor whatsoever, and let's just see if I can show this. I'm probably going to die immediately. Let's go into game mode survival. You should be mad at me instantly, and yep, as you can see, I went down to half a heart pretty much instantly. I don't even know if I have enough time to switch back into creative mode. I didn't prepare my commands, but as you can see, a very, very dangerous mob, especially if you're in hard mode. But even if you're not, it's still going to be quite a struggle here. And remember, just unlike the normal piglins, these guys are hostile no matter what. So if you're wearing gold armor, if you haven't touched any of the chests, they're still going to be upset at you. And if you're playing on the bedrock version of the game, then these guys are going to be doing 6 points of damage to you in easy mode, 10 points in normal, and 15 in hard. So only slightly more forgiving in the Bedrock edition, but they're still a very formidable foe. Now, despite how intimidating these guys are, you don't really get much for killing them. You have a 15.5% chance of getting whatever axe they're holding, and in the current snapshot, they can be randomly enchanted when you find them. You also get a small amount of XP if you kill them, but all in all, it's rather disappointing. You don't really get too much from them, and it's better just to avoid these guys when you can instead of trying to take them on head-on. So these mobs share a lot of similarities in their behavior with the normal piglins, but they do have a couple of differences. For one, they are not deterred by soulfire, nor are they deterred by any zoglins or zombified piglins, like the normal piglins are. In addition, they do not attack hoglins unless other piglins are attacking hoglins and they're nearby, but that's usually pretty unlikely. And also, they do not pick up any gold-related items off the ground, and they can't be distracted like normal piglins. So, normally if you want to get a piglin off of you and they're attacking you, you might just throw down like a gold ingot or something. Even if you don't want to barter with them, that's a way to sort of distract them, and you can get away. Or equip some gold armor, whatever you need to do. These guys will not pick up anything, but they might pick up a golden axe if they run over it. They won't be attracted to it like normal piglins would, but they might pick it up anyways. And like I said earlier, these guys will attack you no matter what. They're always considered hostile, and they will also make surrounding piglins hostile towards you. So even if you're wearing gold armor and you haven't opened any chests, and in normal circumstances piglins would be passive towards you, if these guys are nearby and they are aggro to you, then the other piglins will come to you. So be careful not to get overwhelmed if you're exploring the bastions. One of the interesting similarities between piglins and the piglin brutes is that if you're able to bring one through a nether portal into the overworld or into the end dimension, like we will simulate here, you will see in a moment he should start shaking, and yeah, you can sort of see it. And within some period of time, he should convert over to a zombified piglin. And there we go. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but he's pretty much a normal zombified piglin. The only exception being that he has the gold axe. Now, the game doesn't consider this a separate mob. This is technically still a zombified piglin, even though he came from the piglin brute, So there's really no reason for you to bother with bringing this guy into the overworld, unless for some reason you want this guy to have a golden axe in his hand. And one final detail to note here is that, unlike normal piglins, the zombified piglin do not spawn with random pieces of gear. Let's just simulate this. We can look. They will always have a gold axe in their hand, no armor. So health values are always going to be the same, and their damage values are always going to be the same. So there we have it. That's pretty much everything about this guy. Probably added by Mojang in an attempt to increase the difficulty of the bastions, because if you have explored these, you've probably found that they are not as challenging as something like a woodland mansion is, or any of the other structures. Like probably even a nether fortress might be more difficult for the majority of players. So this is a way to add difficulty, even if you don't really get anything from entering combat with these guys, as they don't drop anything particularly useful. Alright, well I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found it informative, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video, and you can subscribe for more content just like this. And I look forward to this mob being introduced in the game into a very, very recent update, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.